Here on Simone, we are unpacking some of the key races of Decision 2024 in our series On the Ballot. Today, we're focusing on Colorado's 3rd Congressional District. Former Aspen City Council member Adam Frisch shocked the nation in last year's midterms when he came within, get this, folks, 546 votes of unseating current Representative Republican Lauren Boebert. It was the closest margin of victory for any House race last cycle. Congresswoman Boebert is currently navigating her own scandal after being kicked out of a touring performance of Beetlejuice the Musical. Boebert denied allegations that it was due to her vaping during the performance. Well, surveillance footage showed that Boebert was, in fact, vaping as well as dancing, taking flash photography, and intimately touching and being intimately touched by her date. Congresswoman Boebert has since apologized and says she genuinely doesn't recall. But Adam Frisch, he is looking to eject the Congresswoman from a much bigger venue, the House of Representatives. Will the pair's rematch end with Democrats taking the 3rd Congressional District? Well, Adam Frisch joins me now. Welcome to you, sir. Before I ask about your campaign, I have to get your reaction to the Beetlejuice incident and the Congresswoman's response.
Oh, yeah, Simone, great to be here with you and the viewers. It's just another notch in the belt of embarrassment, and it's horrible to get into that kind of conversation. She even lied about her lies. So, but at the end of the day, you know, the voters are sick and tired of this embarrassment, whether it's an audience member watching a theater performance. But what's even worse is her embarrassment in the halls of Congress and those committee meetings when she's not focused on the job. She's very, very focused on herself. And there's real issues out there with rural access to health care, reproductive right protection. You know, let's remember that Representative Boebert wants to ban all abortions across the country as well. And one of the reasons we're doing so well is because we're focused on the task at hand, which is what do the voters want, and not this angertainment industry that she's so proud of participating in, even in her off time.
You know, one could argue that there is absolutely some there to what you're talking about, because you were just 546 votes shy of a victory in 2022. I do not think that the Democratic national apparatus, the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee, was supporting you then. But have you received support this cycle from the DCCC? And if so, how are you using those resources?
Yeah, just to go back a little bit, thank you. When 538 and all the political procrastinators are saying you're going to lose by 40,000 votes, it's really hard to get people to return your phone calls. I called a lot of different people, including a lot of people in D.C., and they literally did not return any of my phone calls till a couple of days after. We've obviously proved our point that, as my mom calls it, we can build this pro-normal party coalition of Democrats, Independents, and Republicans, which is what we need to do in a district that's larger than the state of Pennsylvania. One of the reasons we did so well is I drove 38,000 miles around the district. 25 of those 1,000 were with my son, just making the connection with voters all over rural, western, and southern Colorado. This time, you know, this will obviously probably be one of the most closely watched races in the entire country. And so I would imagine there's going to be a lot of support coming from all over the place. We're really proud that we have received over 200,000 different donations, a lot of small dollar donations from across the country. And so we're super excited to have the support from a lot of different people all over. But most importantly, we're getting a lot of support from the voters and families and businesses of Western and Southern Colorado.
So in Colorado, it is facing actually higher risks for drought and wildfires than most other states. And, you know, according to reports out there, scientists, that is only expected to worsen with the climate crisis. Tell us, how would you use your seat in Congress to offset the effects of the climate crisis in your district?
Yeah, we do have a climate crisis, exactly right. And this is about as unpartisan as it gets. Water, water, water are 3 of our most important issues out there. And I'm not making an argument that anyone's anti-water. I am making an argument, who do you want sitting in that seat that's going to take the job competently and seriously and work in a bipartisan manner to get things done? The water that falls in our district supplies 40 million users across California, Arizona, Nevada, New Mexico, Utah, Arizona, let alone Colorado. And so one of the reasons we've been able to do so well for even during last cycle was we just made this case about who do you want sitting in that chair, focusing on the soil health, on water quality as well as quantity, and making sure that we have the right person in there to look after the ranchers and farmers and small business owners and conservationists and recreation users. And you're right, water is important, and everyone's taking it very, very seriously.
Adam Frisch, my colleague Jen Psaki, her dad lives, I believe, in your district, and he was saying last year that folks have to watch Adam Frisch, and seems to me that people should have listened. Adam Frisch, a Democrat running for Congress in Colorado, thank you very much for your time.